Okay guys, a quick video here on the Turnigy evolution, and a question that a lot of people had was what about more than 5 models? Because this only does 5 models, but for multi-rotors I don't think you really need a lot, because you can just rebind the same model to another model. And so for example, I have my Martian here on the left, and I've got this King Kong 210 GT here on the right, and I'm going to show you how I can just switch back and forth between these two very easily. So I'm using the Turnigy IA6C receiver for both of these, and you don't actually need the bind plug to get this thing to go into bind mode. As soon as it powers on, it immediately goes into bind mode. So all you got to do is plug it in, make sure that the transmitter is in receiver bind mode, and it'll bind right away. So I'll demonstrate that. So right now it's bound to the Martian, and I'll show you that it's working. So I'll just go ahead and I'll plug it in. And you see that it's connected now because it's already been bound, so there's nothing unusual here going on. And I'll go ahead and I'll arm it here to show you that it's working. And it works. And I'm not going to change the model here at all. I turn this off. You see, I'm not doing any trickery here. As I explained this to some people, and people didn't believe me, so I'm making a video because of this. So this is powered off. I'm going to plug this guy in, but before I plug him in, I'm going to put this model into receiver bind mode. So now it's expecting to do a bind, so I'm going to plug this in. You saw there, as soon as I plugged it in, it said bind OK. So the receiver goes into bind mode right away, and it binds. And now I can control this different quad with the same model. So go back and you see it's the same model. And I'll go ahead and arm it. You see? So now everything is working here. So in order for this to work, you're going to need a receiver that does this, where you don't have to do anything to set it into bind mode. But even if you have like another receiver that you have to put the bind plug in, if you can put it into a location where the bind plug is easily accessible, it's not going to be that hard, as long as you can get into bind mode when you power it on. But obviously using this receiver is the best option. Put the transmitter into bind mode, and then you can as soon as you plug it in, it'll bind, and then you can just go off and fly. Now the trick to this is you got to make sure that all of your channels and everything are mapped exactly the same between the two quads. So they got to be basically configured the same. So if you have different channel mappings or different aux switches for arming or whatever on one quad or another, then you're going to have some problems, because it's going to get confused. It's going to think that one switch does something over here and not over here. So you got to make sure that when you configure things that they're the same on both. If you do that, then no problems, and you only need one model. That's it. Anyway guys, I hope that this tip was helpful for you. And by the way, if you guys are still thinking about getting this, I highly recommend getting it. I've actually switched over 5 or 6 quads already. I'm buying more receivers, and I haven't touched my Tyrannus in over a week, so I'm pretty much sold on this. No dropouts, no fail safes. I have no issues with range. I love the way the gimbals feel in this. It's a great radio. And if you guys don't believe me, then I'm going to put a little clip here at the end where Night Fury, the guy that won Drone Worlds over in Hawaii like about a month ago, he's actually switching over to this radio too. So, you know, he's a professional pilot, and he obviously knows what he's doing. So, don't believe me, don't take my word for it. Watch this video from him. Anyway, guys, talk to you guys later.
Someone asked a question in the comments: are you going to be switching over your Tyrannus to these bad boys? And I'm going to let you answer that question.
I'm going to tell you now. Thou shalt believe it. This is what I will be flying from now on. I am a thumber. This works out perfect for me being a thumber. I've said that at US Drone Nationals. I basically snagged my my boss's radio. Simon, I love you, buddy. And I still have it. It's over there in the car, and he was nice enough to send me my brand new one. This has the latest firmware, and this is bound up to an Obi-Wan that I had built last night. And yeah, I was flying it this morning. I think I might be even smoother with this radio than with the Tyrannus. Now, I'm not trying to take anything away from FR Sky, and it's a great product. But we're taking some steps now. We fly multi-rotors that don't need all of these switches and all of this stuff that 3D helipilots and prop planes and just the 3D guys might need. I need a simple switch, and I need something that has extremely smooth gimbals and is comfortable in my hand. And I personally love this radio. It does everything that I need it to do, and yeah, I'm gonna start racing with this. I've never had a dropout, so. Better believe it, man. If you don't think I'm going to fly this thing, I'm going to fly it. I promise.
I love it. It's so true, though, especially you see a lot of these drone pilots. Because, again, just bringing my Tyrannus here, Alex has his, I have mine. It takes up half a luggage.
How many switches have you broken? Just lugging it around. I've broken tons of switches on my Tyrannus. My Tyrannus, my antenna hangs off, and I have to snap it on every single time. Yeah, I don't take care of my things the best, but this is going to be a lot less likely to get smashed up.
Especially
and honestly,
with the cover.
It's got a great cover, but it's cheap.
Yeah.
You cannot beat the price.
It's not like if you break your Tyrannus, you brick your Tyrannus,
yes.
You're going to be, oh my god, Whereas, you brick this thing, something happens to it. Okay, I could,
It's what are they? $80?
About $70, $80. Depends on the warehouse. That's why we never talk about price because it's different everywhere.
Oh, okay,
but,
cool. It's a great radio, and I can't wait to give this to my buddy James Perez. He's on Team Multistar as Nightmare. He's gonna paint this bad boy up for me. I'm really
We're
excited.
sending him ours too at home. We're gonna get some customized.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. But guys, like I said, I'm not a hype train guy, and I love this radio, and I'm going to start flying with it.